Well, we will get the next Canadian job market report at the end of this week after a modest loss in July and then a surprise increase in August. Right now, some economists are predicting that we could see, on average, around 25,000 jobs created in September. But unemployment has been on the rise, and the number of job vacancies has been declining for more than a year now. And our next guest says there are more professionals in the market for jobs than he's seen in quite some time. Michael Scissons is a tech entrepreneur and the founder and CEO of executive search firm Careerlist, works with a lot of venture capital firms. Michael, it's nice to see you. Thanks very much for your time.
Great to see you.
So the problem, I think, for a lot of people in trying to determine where the economy goes is the jobs market tends to be last to go. It's a bit of a lagging indicator. So what are you seeing when it comes to the job market right now?
So I think we saw that lagging indicator start to show signs last December. So for me, the first indicator that I started to see was in marketing services. You started to hear that agencies and marketing agencies were slowing down, which was then in turn starting to create less demand in marketing services. Today, that's come through business services, including HR, recruiting, banking, consulting, et cetera. So it started there and it's continued through. And I think your face summed it up earlier. It's still very much, shaky in terms of where we're at in the overall hiring market.
What are the determining factors? We look at the numbers and the percentages, but you also add in some of the anecdotes that you hear from different players on why they might be cautious, for example. What's the takeaway?
A year ago, if you were a top professional, you were getting multiple calls a month from executive search companies trying to convince you to go to either another big company or a great startup. Today, that's not the case. You're still getting some, but you're not getting as many. And if you were an executive search 2 years ago, you weren't getting a lot of candidates just reaching out proactively saying, hey, I'm looking for a job. That number has now gone into the hundreds a week of people who are just reaching out saying, hey, I'm now in market, or I don't think my company is doing well, and I think I might be in market soon. In the last 6 months, those calls have really increased.
So it's an interesting, we see this in the stock market too, it's an interesting dynamic where inevitably with higher interest rates meant to quite literally cool the economy, you're seeing those signs out there, and yet for professionals in the technology sector, which is an area where you focus, or venture capital, that kind of stuff, a year ago there were uncertainties in that sector, but now we've been talking about artificial intelligence and the rise in spending in that area. So are there different markets, if you will, within the overall market?
There's definitely very different markets. So if you're an expert in artificial intelligence and you're the best engineer in the world in AI, you're going to have more job offers than you know what to do with. If you're working in sales at a software company, and where we saw salaries increase really, really quickly as an amount of investment over the last 4 or 5 years increased, and you're an okay salesperson, you're average, it's going to be a lot harder for you to find a job today, and the salaries that you expected back even 12 months ago are going to look a little bit different today.
And finally, speaking of artificial intelligence, we're going to hear from Jamie Dimon, the head of JP Morgan, a little bit later this hour, who says that he's working AI into just about every component of their business, whether it's trading or traditional banking or research. How often do people ask you whether, at least for professional positions, how AI is going to disrupt them or help them too? What's the common view from you on that?
In terms of companies, I think it's really around innovation. So there's always been an innovation topic in every interview. Now the innovation topic is really artificial intelligence. And there isn't a job today that isn't having some effect in terms of what they're seeing and what's happening. So I think being able to articulate how AI affects what you do is incredibly important.
And then finally, just on the power of someone to have salary positioning, it sounds like overall right now things have cooled a little bit on that front?
I think it depends on who you are and what you're looking for. We're not in the world where we saw 3 or 4 competing offers all happening at the same time for most people. Again, if you're top of your field in AI or in an area of specialty market, you might see that. But that definitely cooled in terms of salary expectations a little bit. Hasn't come down, but you're not seeing the same hyper bidding that you saw back 12 months ago. Okay.